Hey guys, Starting Nintendo here, and well, this is a real me. So, yeah, I figured due to my lack of footage slash LPs lately, I figured I would also make this kind of a part-time vlogging channel. Yeah, because I guess because it's easier to do than LPing all the time. But, vlogs aren't going to be scheduled or anything, so whatever. But I thought or actually, let me get to this thought first. Firstly, today, I bought a PS2. I don't know how well you can see it. There's my lamp right here. Hi. Hi! But, yeah, you can see my TV, my Wii right there, and then right between the TV and the Wii, I have my brand new PS2, and all along there's my SNES, there's my GameCube, and there's my Xbox 360. Yeah, so essentially, I'm gonna go ahead and move this because it's kind of ridiculous. I don't know why it's right there. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a hat, it's because I'm recording this at 4:11 in the morning, and my hair looks fucking ridiculous. So yeah, whatever. No. Okay. No. All right. So I thought in I guess celebration of getting my PS2, I figured I would do a my game collection video thing. But I realized that in order to do that and make it look, watchable, I would actually have to reveal myself. And, I'm not going to come on camera with some kind of mask or anything, whatever. So, I guess we'll start with the SNES games. First off, we have Punch-Out! Punch-Out! Was actually one of my first SNES games. Funny story about Punch-Out! I actually had 2 copies of this because I got one set of SNES games from my grandma. Yeah, when I was like 6. Then I got another set from my uncle. They both just happened to have Punch-Out!, so I ended up with 2 copies. And then I ended up selling one of them on eBay. But whatever. Next up is Lufia. Believe it or not, Final Fantasy VI was not my first RPG. Lufia was. It's a little known game, a little known series in general, but it's actually really fun. It's a lot better than some of the other RPGs out there. I'm not really going to name any because I don't really have too much of a bad experience with any of them, so whatever. Next up is Super Mario World. This right here was my first video game ever. Okay, I'm sorry, I'll never do that again. But, yeah. First video game. I guess everyone has theirs. A little trivia. My aunt, who actually hates video games, this was her first and her last. I seriously don't know how I got this. I think it might have been my uncle's. Super Play Action Football. Never played it, never will. We have my first video game, my first RPG, first Zelda game. Is Zelda: A Link to the Past. Now, another funny story about this one is, when I was a little kid, the puzzles were kind of elaborate for me because I was like, 5 or 6. So my grandma and I, believe it or not, we actually worked together. Because when I was 5 or 6 or whenever the hell I started playing video games, my Super Nintendo was actually at my grandma's house. So wait, I'm like moving my eyebrows up way too much. I look like a retard, but yeah. So yeah, first RPG. Like, I would do all of the action because. There I go again. Doing the eyebrow thing. Stop it. But yeah, because I was a little kid and facepalm, and she had the reflexes of a snail. She basically helped me with all the puzzle solving while I did all the action. Here's our sports game. I don't know why I have. Super Base is loaded. Never played it. Never going to play it. Jurassic Park. 3 words. Don't buy it. Beethoven. Another couple of words. Screw you. This game's really hard. I don't know why. It's supposed to be a kid's game, but is sorry for the cut there. I accidentally pressed the stop button. But yeah, Beethoven. What can I say? High tech. Are they even in business anymore? You might kind of hard for a kid's game. Next up, portable systems. Most badass portable game I can think of. Mega Man Zero Collection. What can I say? It's just so freaking badass. I'd say out of all the Mega Man series games, what the hell you want to call them, this one probably had the best story. And, in all honesty, the best combat. But I'm going to agree with several people here and say, the Maverick names, Robot Masters, what the hell you call them, well, I don't think they actually get a real, generality in this series, but we're just going to call them Mavericks. The names were friggin' ridiculous, I'm sorry, but they were. Also, if it's in grabbing range, oh, it's right here, okay. So, yeah, here's my Pokemon Platinum case I got as a free gift when I, got my Pokemon Platinum back in 2009. But, unfortunately, that game does not exist in my library anymore. Pokemon Diamond. That was the first of my 4th generation Pokemon games. And the last 2 stay in my collection. You're gonna see this. You're gonna troll. I'm gonna tell you, shut the fuck up. Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's World Championship. Yeah, you get the point to Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. How many of those exist? Okay, and for the only PSP game I own, because I only got my PSP recently, and yeah, I'm kind of iffy on its library. Dissidia, sorry, I've got Duodecim stuck in my mouth because I've been talking about it so much. But yeah, Dissidia Final Fantasy. In fact, this was the reason I bought my PSP, because at school I have a whole bunch of friends who play this, and, well, rather played it, because we're all moving on to Duodecim when it comes on the 22nd. But, yeah, you know. Here it is. So, like I said, this was my main reason for buying PSP. That and I thought I could legitimately download Final Fantasy VII on my PSP, but unfortunately I do not have enough memory, and it would probably consume about half of a memory stick to do so. So I'm probably just going to find a hard copy and play on my new PS2. Cool thing about Dissidia is, you see right here on the villains cover, it's actually reversible. So you can get the hero side too. See? Alright. You know, I'll do that later. I don't think you guys want to watch me putting my cover back. On to my Xbox games. Final Fantasy 13. And for everyone who's giving this game a hard time because it's too linear, shut the fuck up. No one complained about 10. no one complained about 10. 10. I mean, seriously, if we're gonna complain about a game being too linear, let's at least complain about our protagonist being a whiny bitch for the whole game. Thank you. Skate. Yeah, funny thing, I bought this because when I was younger, I played a lot of Tony Hawk Underground on the GameCube. I didn't actually have it, but it was my friend's. But Skate bears a pretty strong resemblance to it, so whatever. And here's one of my personal favorites lately. Devil May Cry 4. And this isn't actually mine. I'm borrowing this from one of my friends. I'm never going to give it back. No, just kidding. I'll give it back. I'm not that mean. Right now I'm trying to beat it on Son of Sparta mode, so... Or Xbox games. Yay. Halo 3. Yes, I bought into the hype. Yes. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good game, but you people overhyped it. No offense, but you did. Grand Theft Auto 4. This was actually a gift from my sister for my birthday. Yeah, so, whatever. I actually really like it. I mean, I know a lot of people like Grand Theft Auto, but it's so fun just run around and do random shit. Of course, San Andreas had a little more freedom, but this game has a little more realism. I like that. Not by that much, though. I mean, it's still a pretty outrageous game. Fable 2. Why couldn't you be like Fable 1? Don't get me wrong, the game isn't terrible, but... it was a disappointment. Forget it's a Fable game and it's okay. Be right back. I need to go get my case because I just realized I have games that don't have cases, so be right back. Alright, back. So, next we're gonna move on to GameCube games. Zelda Wind Waker. You know, I don't really have any complaints about it except sailing. Yeah, I think you get the point. I hate sailing. That's also the reason I don't really like Phantom Hourglass that much. Spirit Tracks. Ugh, you're not even getting freedom with that. You're just on a set path. It gets so old so quick. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Wind Waker. But not anymore because we're moving on to Soul Calibur 2. You know, despite its lack of a real case, Soul Calibur 2 is actually really fun. And I believe each system had its own exclusive character. Like GameCube's was Link. I'm not sure what Xbox's or PlayStation's was. PlayStation's. That can't be a possessive proper noun. No, definitely not. Oh, I forgot one of my Xbox games. Resident Evil 5. Despite its lack of a case as well. It's actually a really fun game. Of course, this is not meant to be played by yourself. This is meant to be played with a friend over Xbox Live. I believe it can also be played local. But, I think I just said, but it's a gift for my friend, so we play online a lot. Kill zombies. In fact, I was gonna have an all-nighter tonight, but I had other plans, but then, someone ditched on me. Alright, Wii Games Galore. I didn't really organize these, so whatever. Random game pops up, random game pops up. Yeah. This is Mario Brothers Wii. Funny story about this one, too. Well, for Christmas I got a large sum of cash, and I head over to GameStop, buy a used copy of this, and when I got home, oddly enough, when I put in the preview screen, you know how it shows that little preview on the Wii, that worked fine. But then when I started to play the game, it said error, and then I did every possible treatment to the damn disc. Except I didn't do that toothpaste thing, because, well, hopefully you don't know what I'm talking about, so that you won't try it. I didn't try it, but it sounds really stupid. We tried it with one of my friends' games once. It's called Bully. It won't work no matter what we did to it. So we tried that toothpaste thing. Ugh. That just made it way worse. The internet is a lie, just like the cake. You know the cake really wasn't a lie. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. This is a game that in 6th grade, this was one of those games that I checked the internet for information every single day. You know, back when it was still in development. I checked the wikis for new character updates, etc., etc. Every single day, I was so hyped for this game. I wasn't disappointed. Well, you know, at least not until April of last year when I started to play online, when I realized, oh hey, the Wii can connect wirelessly. Derp. Yeah, but yeah, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Epic. Next up is Sonic Unleashed. I really didn't mean for it to hit that hard. I mean, it's not that bad, but sorry, Sonic Unleashed. Super Mario Galaxy 2. The game I don't know how I would say it. No, I won't say it was, because I still plan to LP it. In hiatus of LPing, yeah. But, you know, you guys watched my Galaxy 2 videos, you know how it goes. And, let's see. Super Smash Bros. Melee. This game was actually my first GameCube game. Not the first one I owned, but the first one I played. It was actually, the reason I still have this is because this was given to me by a friend of mine. Actually, one of my best friends. And, you know, we have a lot of nostalgia with it. It's, you know, no matter how epic the future Smash Brothers games get, this one will always hold a specific place in my heart. As cheesy as that sounds, but I don't really care. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Now, the thing about this one is, I used to have a Dreamcast, then it broke. Cry face. But, yeah, you know. I just had to rebuy this because it was just incredible. The same friend who gave me Super Smash Bros. Brawl, during the final boss battle, and I'm talking about the final story, when you played as both Sonic and Shadow, we would always alternate. Like, he would be Sonic, I'd be Shadow. So yeah, little fun fact for you guys. And let's see here, what are we up to? Okami. I mean, it's not a bad game. In fact, I think it's really good. I just can't get into it. No matter how much I try to play it, it just can't get into it. You know, you ever have one of those games you know it's really good, but you can't get into it? Yeah, that's how I feel about Okami. Mario Party 5. I tried to get my nostalgia for Mario Party 4 because I ignorantly sold to GameStop, and I didn't know that I'd miss it. So this is about as close as I'm going to get from now. And GameCube, and my caseless GameCube games. Pokemon Colosseum. Now this isn't mine, it's my friend's. The reason I have this is because I'm letting him borrow Soul Calibur 2. Super Mario Strikers. I bought this because my friend likes it, and he doesn't have a GameCube, so, you know, I'm not gonna let him buy a game that he doesn't have the system to play on. Let's see. Flipping through some of these because I actually put all of my games into one album. You know, for transportation's sake. Zelda Ocarina of Time Master Quest. This disc is actually somewhat rare. It was given to me It was given to me by another friend of mine. Yeah, I know. I sound like an evil bastard getting all these games from my friends, but whatever. This is actually pretty rare. I don't know if he realized the value of it. I tried to warn him, but he said, "No, no, I'll take it." But it actually has the original version of Ocarina of Time on here. But that's not what I have it for, because I have that on my Wii. This actually has the challenge mode, which I can tell you I got my ass kicked in the first temple, so I know it's hard. Up next is Sonic Heroes. Sonic Heroes, I'd say it was the, besides Shadow the Hedgehog, which, you know, that game gets way too much hate. Yeah, besides Shadow the Hedgehog, I'd say this was the last truly good Sonic game. And don't get me wrong, it's still nothing compared to Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, but whatever. And my aforementioned brand new PS2. I got 4 games with it. First one being Kingdom Hearts, because I really wanted to get into the series for a while, but I've lacked a PS2. So, we'll see how I like it. Kingdom Hearts 2. Same reason as the first one. Let's see how I like it. Soul Calibur 3. Because I have Soul Calibur 2. And, maybe if I start playing this earlier than my sister does, maybe she won't kick my ass at this one. Funny thing, it's like the only game she can beat me in. Like, she doesn't even for real play video games, but yeah, she can kick my ass in Soul Calibur. Final Fantasy X. Yeah, I know, I complained about Tidus earlier. But, you know, after seeing Nintendo Capri Sun's LP of it, I just really want to play this. Now, before you ask, or Nintendo, you're saying things like, excuse me, I have a bit of a cold. But, probably saying things like, oh, hey, you're saying, oh, I want to play this, so you have your new PS2, why don't you play it? Well, because I got faulty controller with it, so I'm gonna go buy a new controller tomorrow. We'll see how I like all this. And, that pretty much sums up my PSP collection. My PSP collection. Now, my screen just blocked. I really hope it didn't stop recording while it did that, but, yeah, that sums up my current game collection. Games I plan to get are God of War 1 and 2, Shadow of the Colossus, Pokemon Black or White, either one, doesn't really matter to me, and Destiny of Duodecim, as I mentioned several times throughout the video. You know, there's other ones coming up like Skyward Sword, but I have a feeling that's not coming out for a while, so... End of the video randomness. Let's see what my hair is like after being under a sack for 20 minutes. Wow. That's kind of lame. But, as for my plans with my LPs, I don't really have anything planned right now. I don't know if I feel like continuing on with them. But, you know, if I don't give you guys LPs, I'm probably just gonna, you know, keep doing random reviews and crap like that. Oh yeah, Mega Man Bass. Fuck you, I beat you. And it only took 7 years and all my sanity. Serious, that game crushed my 7-year-old soul. It was terrible. Not terrible like bad, but terrible like hard. Oh god. It's like the hardest of all the classic series. But, yeah, whatever. Anything else I feel like saying? Couple seconds. No, bye.